The Office may not be returning to TV, but there will be little drops of The Office sprinkled throughout the follow-up series, The Paper, premiering September 4th on Peacock with 4 episodes. The new episodes will follow every Thursday through September 25th. The show's first trailer and first look episodic photos of the cast are available above and below, respectively. The Paper, a mockumentary from Greg Daniels and Michael Koman, is set in the same universe as NBC's Emmy-winning hit The Office and features the documentary crew that immortalized Dunder Mifflin's Scranton branch. The crew is searching for a new subject when they discover a historic Toledo newspaper, the Truth Teller, and the eager publisher trying to revive it. In the first look episodic photos released by Peacock, we see the new series takes place in the same world as The Office, since the documentary crew, including those bumbling cameramen, are still around and looking for a new series to film. The show follows them as they try to revamp a failing local newspaper called the Truth Teller in Toledo, Ohio. That seems like an easy enough task until they realize the staff they reworking with have no idea what they're redoing. Lucky for them, though, they know exactly where to find someone who can help. Enter Oscar Martinez, who left Dunder Mifflin all the way back in Season 5 to take a job as an accounting professor. And just like that, the past and the present collide. But don't expect Oscar to be happy about it. Judging by these photos, he looks miserable to be back working with the documentary crew, especially when they pan to his face and ask if he minds if they start filming again. "I do mind," he says. He looks even more displeased when someone asks him if he remembers how to read, but of course he does. And he puts his skills to use when he's brought in to help save the Truth Teller. If you thought seeing Oscar again was a surprise, get ready to freak out because there's another familiar face in the mix. Yeah, that's Creed Bratton sitting behind the desk at the Truth Teller. You heard that right? Creed is not only alive, but he's somehow become the publisher of this floundering newspaper. What exactly has he been up to all this time? Is he running a front for the CIA? We may find out soon. Peacock has given us our first look at the full cast of The Paper alongside the announcement that the series will premiere on Tuesday, September 4th with 2 episodes. The streamer plans to release 2 new episodes every Thursday through September 25th. The Paper is a workplace mockumentary that takes place in the same universe as The Office. It follows the documentary crew from that series as they try to revamp a failing local newspaper in Toledo, Ohio. When they arrive, they quickly realize that the staff they're working with have no idea what they're doing, so they bring in Oscar Martinez, Oscar Nuñez, a former Dunder Mifflin accountant, to help out. Creed Bratton also makes an appearance as the paper's current publisher. Here's everything we know so far about The Paper. Where will The Paper stream? The Paper will stream exclusively on Peacock. When will The Paper release? The Paper will be released in 2 parts. The first 2 episodes will drop on Tuesday, September 4th with 2 additional episodes following on Thursday, September 13th. Who is in the cast of The Paper? The Paper stars Domhnall Gleeson as Ned Sampson, Oscar Nuñez as Oscar Martinez, Creed Bratton as Creed, Sabrina Impacciatore as Esmeralda, Chelsea Frey as Mare, Melvin Gregg as Detrick, Gbemisola Ikemello as Adalola, Alex Edelman as Adam, Ramona Young as Nicole, Tim Key as Ken, Dwayne Shepard Sr. as Barry, and Eric Rahill as Travis. Who are the creators of The Paper? The Paper is created by Greg Daniels and Michael Koman. Daniels and Koman will also serve as executive producers alongside Ricky Gervais and Stephen Merchant, who created the original British version of The Office. Howard Klein, Ben Silverman, and Benije Americas, formerly Reveille, will also serve as executive producers. Who are the executive producers of The Paper? The Paper is executive produced by Greg Daniels, Michael Koman, Ricky Gervais, Stephen Merchant, Howard Klein, Ben Silverman, and Benije Americas. What is the latest news about The Paper? On July 27th, Peacock released the first trailer for the paper, which gives us our best look yet at the new series. The trailer shows the documentary crew searching for a new subject to film after The Office ends. They eventually settle on a struggling local newspaper in Toledo, Ohio. The crew then sets about trying to turn the paper around, bringing in Oscar Martinez as the new editor-in-chief. Creed Bratton also makes an appearance as the paper's current publisher. What is the premise of the paper? The paper follows the documentary crew from NBC's The Office as they try to revamp a failing local newspaper in Toledo, Ohio. When they arrive, they quickly realize that the staff they're working with have no idea what they're doing, so they bring in Oscar Martinez, a former Dunder Mifflin accountant, to help out. Along the way, they also try to figure out what happened to all the people from The Office, like where is Michael Scott now or whatever happened to Andy Bernard. Sadly, it doesn't seem like we'll be getting any definitive answers on those fronts, but we'll probably get some fun cameos. The show follows the documentary crew as they try to revamp a failing local newspaper in Toledo, Ohio, called The Truth Teller. After they figure out that the staff has no clue what they're doing, they bring in a new editor-in-chief, Ned Sampson, played by Domhnall Gleeson, who has plenty of ideas about how to make the old paper great again. The only problem is none of the staff have any relevant experience. One of them has written a few social media posts, another to term papers in junior high, and the rest just contributes to a group text. Don't worry, though, there is one person who knows what they're doing. Oscar Martinez is back, and he is a lot less excited to see the documentary crew again than the last time they made a surprise visit to Dunder Mifflin. After seeing the trailer, you might think, oh no, he's still working for Dunder Mifflin. Well, turns out that's not the case. According to Entertainment Weekly, Oscar left Dunder Mifflin all the way back in Season 5 when he took a job as an accounting professor. So what brings him back? Well, according to the official synopsis, Oscar returns to the mockumentary world reluctantly. So maybe he was forced to come back. We'll have to wait and see. But one thing's for sure, he's not happy about it. Based on the trailer, Oscar looks absolutely miserable to be back working with the documentary crew. Things get so bad that someone quips. This feels like an intervention, and Oscar snaps back. It is, so needless to say, it's safe to assume things will get uncomfortable. Real quick, while the show revolves around a new set of characters, fans of The Office will be thrilled to see some familiar faces pop up. If the trailer is any indication, Creed is doing well for himself, sitting behind the desk as the paper's publisher. But we lines have to wait until the show drops to find out exactly what kind of shape the truth teller is in. And with 9 new characters to introduce, it lines be interesting to see how much time the show spends focusing on the past versus the present. But hey, at least we know there will be some Creed singing. What do you think about the trailer and the first look photos? Which new character is your favorite? And what do you want to see from the new series? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Be sure to stay updated on all the latest news by subscribing here. And don't forget to go watch The Office on Peacock.